Donald Trump is facing some hot water in the moment for his vulgar and escalatory aggression in his tweets and statements in the Iran war. He has threatened to commit massive war crimes against Iran, and recently he has just bragged about how an entire civilization of Iran is going to die tonight. It's clear by his frustration that he's humiliated and embarrassed by how the war is going, that it's not going according to how he wanted it to, how Iran is not giving up, they're not surrendering, and they are not giving in to his terms. Trump seems to be more interested in a peace deal now than Iran, because Trump is being humiliated. The costs are great and devastating for the U.S. and the global economy right now. But the Trump administration can't seem to find a way out of the war because Iran is refusing to submit and accept Trump's terms. And so this is one of the reasons why Donald Trump is so aggressive at the moment. And on top of this, we're seeing congressmen, lawmakers, and even some Republicans state that Donald Trump must be removed from office according to the 25th Amendment. While that might not really work, as the 25th Amendment says that members of his cabinet have to vote him out, including his vice president, that won't really seem to happen because his cabinet is full of loyalists, and I don't believe that any of them would vote him out of office. Only way I see him being out is if he gets impeached, but that might not happen either unless the Republicans lose the House and Senate after midterms. But at the moment, all he has in his office are sheep who, support him to the end. So I don't see that happening. But Trump's deadline on the Iranians to accept a peace deal or face power plant and bridges being bombed out is approaching. And obviously the Iranians are not afraid to retaliate. They have made it very clear that if the United States and Israel attacks Iranian infrastructure, mainly for civilian purposes, that they will retaliate against the entire region, but mainly the U.S. and Israel. Donald Trump doesn't seem to be taking the memo, though, as he continues to escalate and use vulgar and unprofessional language, along with genocidal and war criminal language against Iran. So the deadline, I think he has it at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's today. The Iranians already rejected the ceasefire because they do not trust in the U.S. or Israel to abide by a ceasefire. I mean, I don't blame them. Look what they did in Gaza. Look what they're doing in Lebanon. So a ceasefire won't cut it because the U.S. and Israel do not abide by a ceasefire. They use it to regroup, recover, and then launch a war again. So Iran is looking for a permanent end to regional regional war and escalations, and striving for peace. The only problem with this is Israel does not want this. Israel is intending to keep the region destabilized and in chaos because Israel wants to make a weak Middle East so that they can be a hegemony power in the region, which no one except Israel and the United States wants that. But yes, Trump is facing a lot of fire and backlash right now due to his racist remarks, his comments that are unprofessional, genocidal, racist. I mean, the other day he said, "Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards. Praise be to Allah." So obviously he's mocking Islam as well, and he's using unprofessional language in the office of the president. And this is already an unpopular war. So the fact that Trump's unable to convince the public or lawmakers that this war should continue, and the fact that he's resorting to temper tantrums, melting down, turning red in the face, and swearing to try to get his way, is only further proving that he is unstable in office. And this is something the Democrats have been saying lately, how he's proving to be unstable, unfit for office, and he should be removed and replaced with someone who's logical, not a warmonger, and not corrupted by Israel or the Epstein files. But for now, the Middle East continues to face escalating attacks, no accountability, no peace talks seem to be close, and whatever talks there were with Pakistan, the gaps are so big, there's no way they'd bridge the gaps between now and the deadline.